Mark, thank you for joining me. Really appreciate you taking the time. Can you give us a background on yourselves, your background and what got you into dentistry?
Sure. Maybe I could go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Great. So I started my career at Procter & Gamble, a company you may be familiar with, and I worked in a variety of sales and strategy roles. I then left that company to set up my own experiential marketing agency where I actually won and led Oral-B's dental trade shows across Europe, so IDS, BDIA, Nordental, Swedental, etc. So got really familiar with the dental industry. And it was during that time when I was running that agency that I met Yves, actually. And we discovered by coincidence at an event that we had both started our careers at Procter & Gamble, so I should probably hand over to you at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So I started also at Procter & Gamble. We started in different countries, so I worked in Geneva, Switzerland. I worked on the Gillette business, and I actually sat next to the Oral-B design team that sowed the early seeds early on in terms of wanting to enter the category. And then I went to work for a company called WPP, which is a large advertising company. I worked with the CEO at the time, Martin Sorrell, and ran business development for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And then I met Mark in the south of France on a very small boat.
It was a bizarre coincidence, but it was at that very first meeting we started discussing that, we love Procter & Gamble, it's a great company, but that's obviously a very large company, so it's very difficult for them to bring sustainable innovation at scale to the market. And we just felt that, when you look at oral care, especially with electric toothbrushes, we discovered that there's a huge problem. So over 4 billion toothbrushes, including electric ones, are thrown away every year. And for the most part, electric brushes are welded shut, so you can't replace the battery when they die. And we just thought, there has to be a solution to this problem. And I think also we have recently both separately become fathers. So I have Elsie, who's now 11 months old, and Yves has Ellie,
who is a year.
And we just was talking about how, we wanted to do something really meaningful in terms of, trying to address, even in a small way, some of the problems created by the wastage of, plastic electric toothbrushes on the environment. And so,
maybe just a soundbite on, Suri, which stands for Sustainable Rituals. Actually, I don't know if we said that in the beginning. But maybe just a soundbite on sort of the heads themselves. So toothbrush heads, as you already know, are made from multiple materials: polypropylene, silicone, nylon bristles. All those materials are actually recyclable. We spoke to many recycling facilities. They said, well, actually, you could recycle those materials. But the cost of separating them is so high that recycling plants just end up throwing them out. At the same time, many consumers think that they are recyclable, and so they put them in their recycling bin. And for us, this was a huge revelation that, we have a whole issue where people are actually putting them in the bin to be thrown out, and then while they could be recycled, it's not actually happening. And when you look at the sort of stats on it, it's almost like a close third to plastic straws. We throw, as Mark said, over 4 billion manual toothbrushes or heads a year. That's enough to circle the planet 12 times. Now, there are some programs, and many people will be aware, which you can collect and send back, but the redemption rate on that is very low. It's less than 1%. We're looking at electric toothbrushes. Around 45% of the UK and many developed markets use electric toothbrushes. The UK is the leading market in terms of growth for electric toothbrushes, growing 10% year on year. And in the UK, 2% of e-waste or waste is e-waste. Electric toothbrushes are part of that. Now, that's very small when you think of, it's only 2% that ends up in landfill or worse, oceans. But that 2% impacts 70% of the pollution that we see in the land and water tables. So while it's small electrical e-waste, it is quite meaningful in terms of what the environmental impact is.
Sorry, we get so carried away telling our story. You asked about who we are, and
I mean, it sounds like you both come with a quite an extensive background, experience in dentistry, and you've outlined the problem pretty well for us there. So that brings us on quite well to Suri. So what is Suri? Can you introduce Suri to us?
Absolutely, and sorry, just before we go into that as well, I should mention that we also have Dr. Munira Tassi on our team, and we've been working with dentists like Professor Damien Walmsley from the beginning. So as well as the sort of commercial side, we obviously have the dental side, as we realise that dental professionals are absolutely key for us and for patients, and for helping patients sort of find the right brush, which takes us on to then Suri. So Suri, which stands for Sustainable Rituals, is this product right here. Actually, Guy, do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah, sure. So our first product is a slim line electrical toothbrush. For us, we wanted to create a brand that championed a few key pillars. One, a modern design that's enjoyable to use. Two, performance. And three, sustainability. There are many more sustainable options than electric toothbrush on the market, but they don't deliver the same performance. At the same time, many of the slimline brushes that you'll find today do not deliver a high-powered vibration. And so that was the starting point. And then, if you look at our heads, they're made out of plant-based material, so cornstarch. We're using a new type of bristle made out of castor oil. So we are not as dependent on fossil fuels as other traditional heads. At the same time, our body is a matte aluminum body that is really nice to hold. It's really slim, and we've added a screw there, which sounds like not a very big deal, but it is quite a big deal in the sense that we can take apart our brush, replace the battery. So most brushes die after 3 or 4 years, maybe 5, because the battery inside eventually dies. Electric toothbrush is rechargeable, and so we can repair that and ensure that the brush continues to go on for another 3 or 4 years. And then we've added some other small key features that people will discover, such as like a stainless steel plate here. We did a lot of interviews with people, and believe it or not, one of the biggest pain points is the toothpaste that builds up here, and that's sort of the gunk that patients say is like it really gets to them. And then also the gunk that builds up on the charging base. And so we have a little mirror mount that allows you to easily just put it on the mirror, and then all that gunk that normally builds up drips down to the counter is easily wipeable. The other thing to mention is our battery life, probably you're going to get to.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite features. So actually, I should ask you, Seb, what brush do you use at the moment?
So I've used numerous electric toothbrushes. That development really resonates with me, actually. The gum between the toothbrush head and the charging base, really resonates with me, and it's something that I've experienced a lot of. It's difficult to clean off as well.
It is, and what is it? It's this gunk. But interestingly, one of the reasons people get so much gunk is because people are constantly charging their brush on the stand, right? And one of the reasons they're constantly charging the brush is the battery life is very poor. So people's batteries are lasting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 days at best. Why? Well, because a lot of modern toothbrushes have these features like lots of flashing lights and Bluetooth, that connects to your app. But tell me, Seb, how often do you use your app to brush your teeth? Is it every day?
Yeah, I mean, I used it when it first came about, and I haven't used the app since.
Interesting. You and over 1,000 other people that we've spoken to have said the same thing. They just don't use the app. But what it does mean is that there's this Bluetooth technology which drains your battery very quickly, which means the brush needs to be recharged more regularly. So we found that it wasn't really adding a lot of value to our consumers. But what we did find is that they would love to charge their brush less. So our brush on a single charge lasts, we say 30 days, but a lot of consumers say it's more like 45 plus. And so it's a genuine, you don't have to be constantly charging your brush, which means it doesn't, the gum doesn't accumulate when you have it constantly there. But it's also very convenient, therefore, for travel because, the brush is, as Guy mentioned, a lot slimmer.
You want to show the case.
And it also, obviously the battery lasts a lot longer. In addition to that, and I think something else to note is that, as Guy mentioned, a lot of people don't recycle their brush heads properly. And that's partly behavior change. So we wanted to make it as easy as possible for people to sort of take part in this behavior. So with our product, we provide prepaid envelopes so that when you're done with your brush head, you can simply pop it in. And we ask people to do that for a few different brush heads. And then that comes back to us for free so that we can recycle it responsibly and actually turn it into other products.
So is it a subscription-based model in that you subscribe and get the toothbrush heads and then you send the old ones back?
So at the moment, you can just buy it directly from us without subscription. But to your point, we will also be offering a subscription. Subscription's not for everyone, but for some people it's really convenient. But whether you subscribe or not, we believe recycling is really important. So we will make it possible for anyone to recycle their heads directly back to us, and we pay for that in the UK and the USA.
Okay. One thing to mention, over time, we'd love to make our head completely biodegradable. And this is, working with plant materials is quite difficult. And finding somebody who's willing to work with us on that took quite a long time as part of it. Like we didn't mention in the beginning, it's our journey. But one of the constraints is obviously working in a wet environment. You have to have materials that last a certain amount of time, will not degrade in the mouth. And so at this point in time, we found the best solution is to just make it as easy as possible to recycle our materials, which can be recycled 6 or 7 times, and then to continue that cycle rather than having it degrade on the first use. But ultimately, we hope to get to a place where we would have something that is like fully biodegradable all the way through.
And then lastly, I think you maybe pointed out, but just in case, we also have a travel case which it comes with a UV LED light. So what that means is when you sort of run the program, it kills 99.9% of bacteria on the bristles, and it's sort of charged with USB-C. So it's very convenient for people who are traveling because it's obviously lighter, and also if your brush gets mucky when you're traveling, you can sort of kill the bacteria there. And then just on sustainability, so Guy mentioned design, performance and sustainability. We also measure all of our carbon emissions from all the materials that we use, through the full life, right through to the end of life, and offset those so that we are officially carbon neutral through our partnership with Climate Partner.
Okay, I love the idea, I love the story behind it. But the product will obviously live and die by its performance. So how does it compare to other electric toothbrushes?
That's a great question. I mean, that is the $1 million question, isn't it? Does it clean? Yeah. And as I said in the beginning, for us, it was really important to create a product that lived on design, performance, and sustainability. And there are many products that will live on design and sustainability, but not performance. And so for us, that was paramount. The first thing we did actually was, because we were using new materials, there's quite a few constraints. When you use a plant-based bristle, there's constraints in the pattern of way you can do the bristles. We started first with tests. We tested with, I think, around 100 dentists. In the UK, we provide them with our prototype. It looked a lot uglier than this, but it still performed. And we got just usage feedback right from them then and there and kept on iterating. And that was really helpful. The next thing we did was we started doing robot lab tests to really see, the efficacy of our brush. And the good news is that some of the results that came out of that, I mean, with our current brush right now, it's very good in hard to reach areas. Dare I say, the feedback we got from the people who performed the test said this is probably the slimmest, most powerful brush they've ever used. Don't quote me on that, but that's what they said. And that was very important for us because we wanted to create a slim brush that delivered a high vibration to create the effect of fluid dynamics to properly create that sonic clean, whereas there's many slim brushes on the market today that you still need to do a lot of manual scrubbing to really get a clean.
And then furthermore, we know the importance of clinical trials and tests which are being conducted in a very scientific way. And so in the coming months, we'll be conducting clinical trials with a research lab based in the USA. And then hopefully we look forward to sharing those details with the dental professional community as soon as possible, which actually is a segue. We've just launched www.suriprofessional.com. And so Suri Professional will be our area for dental professionals who want to know more about sustainability, certainly within dentistry, but also specifically with Suri. And what's been amazing is from when we launched, we've had a lot of inbound requests from dental professionals who've said, my patients have been asking for a long time, is there a sustainable option? I moved to bamboo manual brushes, but it's not giving me the quality of clean, and the dental professional tell us they can't necessarily recommend it because patients aren't getting that quality of clean. But then the patients don't want to compromise on a brush which doesn't last very long, ends up in landfill with the toxicity. And so there's been a lot of interest there, and so that's why we want to really support dental professionals in their recommendations to patients with a product that performs and is genuinely more sustainable.
And just to build on that point, I mean, from the early tests that we had, we realized how powerful it is to have a community and a community of dental professionals giving us feedback. We are still a very early stage company. We launched this year. We're just gaining traction, and for us, being able to bounce off innovation ideas with an engaged community of dental professionals that will give us the feedback and is interested in giving us the feedback is really paramount. And so for us, we really want to continue to grow our community and get the feedback on our innovation as we change our bristle patterns into new iterations. So we're really excited about that.
And so, for example, if anyone goes, or if any dental professional rather goes to www.suriprofessional.com, then they'll be able to sign up to get a trial brush at a vastly discounted price so that they can try it for themselves. Because it's one thing us saying it, obviously we're the owners of the company, we're going to say it's great, but really, try it yourself. We have I think over 500 reviews now, both on our website and on Trustpilot, with 5-star people saying it's the best clean they've had, that they love
patient reviews, of course.
Patient reviews, yeah. But also dental professionals as well in among there. So, by all means, try the brush yourself. And if you enjoy it, then we're sort of looking to build out a community and ways for people to educate and provide their patients with the answers that they're being requested.
Absolutely. I think the demand, the community is there. People have been searching for a sustainable solution for years now. What is the model then? So is this toothbrush going to be, can patients purchase this from high street stores, or is the model to go through dentists and dental practices?
That's a great question. So, we're exploring all options. So right now, anyone can purchase our brush from our website, which is www.trysuri.com. And that's like the primary channel that we've sold through at the moment. However, as I mentioned, we have had so much inbound interest from dental professionals in the USA and the UK, and actually beyond in Germany as well, asking for us to be able to, provide them with our brushes either through a discount, which is linked to their practice, or actually to physically stock it in store. So we're very keen to do that. I think one thing from speaking with hundreds of dentists is that one of the barriers, I think, to dental professionals selling brushes is that they're so much cheaper on the high street or online, and so it makes it sort of difficult to recommend something to your patient when they can just go and buy it cheaper elsewhere. And we see that that's a challenge, and that's something we'd love to address. We'd love our brush to be at its most affordable from a dental professional. That sort of seems like a logical thing for us, and that also, ideally we want to get our brush into the hands of as many people as possible, because the more people that use our brush, the more we can sort of reduce the sort of carbon emissions of the product, but also help patients having a better clean.
Absolutely. And when it comes to the sustainability of the brush, how realistic do you think it is? Is the only way to recycle it to send it back to yourselves, or can people pop it in their recycle bins at home?
Really good question. So it is made
for the brush. You mean for the brush heads or for the actual unit?
Yeah, the brush heads. Yeah.
Brush heads. Okay.
So for the brush heads, they are made out of plant-based materials. One of the things we don't say compostable. It's different for every country, and you need an industrial composter. It can take some time if it's thrown away. Because it's plant-based, it'll degrade much faster than.
Can I just jump in there?
Yeah.
I think this is a really important point, or at least it's a very important point for us. Integrity is really key to what we do, and sustainability, there's a lot of greenwashing, that goes on, and people say, this and this claim and this claim. And for us, being accurate with the way we describe things is really important. So, we do see there are some people on parts of different websites which may claim, we're fully biodegradable or we're fully compostable. And from our research and from what we've seen, that is just not possible. So, for example, castor oil bristles are not fully biodegradable in the sort of the traditional sense.
In a 30-day period. Like you have certain periods that are required by law of the state.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're very keen to not claim something that's not 100% accurate, if that makes sense. And we also would say as well, certainly we're not perfect, and we're constantly looking to see how we can improve things, but we'll never claim like, we're perfect and our competitors aren't. It's very much more that it's in our DNA. We want to sort of make the most sustainable, and as innovation keeps coming, we will keep improving. But sorry, I just wanted to jump in.
No, it's a great point. And I mean, it's one of the reasons, we want to be a company that stands up on integrity. And so that's very important for us. What I would just say is in terms of the materials, they aren't fossil fuel based. So our head it's a similar look and feel to plastic, but it isn't petroleum based, which ultimately means it'll biodegrade faster in natural settings. And also when it does biodegrade, it won't be into microtoxic particles. So that it'll still be microparticles, but they won't be, petroleum-based toxic particles. So that is better.
Yeah.
It's still not, something we claim, because we know that there's still quite a ways to go to say that our head is fully biodegradable. Just throw it in your backyard. So it's not there yet.
But hopefully, in terms of the recyclability, providing people with very easy, convenient ways to send it back to us for free should easily get a lot more heads back than would otherwise be done. It's not foolproof. It's not 100%. I'd love to say that 100% of people do it, but it's probably not realistic. But at least, as Guy mentioned, by using plant-based materials, it's that bit better. Plus that part. But then to your question around sustainability, the other thing is around the handle. And this is probably one of the key things. By having this tiny little screw, we can replace the battery. So have you ever thrown out any of your brushes, Seb?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And why did you, just out of interest? What happened?
The battery died, or a newer version came through, which offers a better clean. So
And so to your point about the battery dying, it doesn't have to be that the whole thing has to go because the battery dies. Batteries are replaceable. Now, it's not easy. It's not super cost efficient. It's much easier to sort of just make a new one. However, we just felt that it's the right thing to make it replaceable. So by making the battery replaceable, if it dies once, twice, 3, 4 times, we can keep replacing the battery, and that extends the life of the handle itself.
And it's also a problem that many people don't think about, because I will say we opened quite a few electric toothbrushes, and I don't know if you've ever opened one, but they are welded shut pretty tight. And I must have had 3 different types of saws and cut my fingers multiple times trying to do it. But it's really hard to open them. They are watertight, no pun intended, and you just can't open them. And so, we do have Western European or WE recycling schemes where household electronic waste can go through them. They're very difficult to open. As a result, when they're too difficult for somebody to open, it doesn't end up actually getting recycled.
You say it's something that is not considered. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know when I'm coming to the end of the life cycle of my toothbrush, it needs charging every day after each use. So it is something that does happen, and it does need looking into. But
in our research as well, bizarrely, lots of people have a drawer full of electric brushes that they don't want to throw away.
The shame drawer. You don't want to.
Sort of hidden away.
I have that with all the electronic products. I have things I just can't throw away, but I don't know where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. So how easy? Why are other toothbrush manufacturers not doing this? How easy is it to manufacture a sustainable toothbrush?
So I think we really admire what a lot of other manufacturers have done in terms of moving better, clean, and the sort of the studies that go behind it. You'd have to ask the larger manufacturers why they don't do it, but I think in fairness, there are some things that are coming through, and some sort of nods towards sustainability. But I think it's very much when you have a business that's on this huge scale with multi-year contracts with plastic manufacturers, it's very difficult to innovate at that sort of scale quickly. And so I think that's where we've redesigned this from first principles up. But honestly, we would love for other manufacturers to
copy us.
But genuinely to sort of make the batteries replaceable, to offer free recycling with the heads, to offset the carbon emissions, to measure it, to share the impact of their products, and we would welcome that with open arms, because
we only have one planet, and so we can make a difference. If everybody can make a difference, that's better.
And a lot of people brush their teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Guys, I like I said, I love this idea. I think there's been a demand for this, and I think the demand will only grow. What's next? How can people get in touch with Suri? How can they find out more information?
Sure. So, if it's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sure. So, I think firstly, in terms of dental professionals, we'll be at the Dentistry show in London in October. So, if anyone sees this and is interested, we'd absolutely love to meet you, because dental professionals are going to be at the heart of where we focus in the coming years, and we understand the importance of recommendations, but also of people who understand the product and can explain to their patients when they have questions. But then beyond that, if people want to learn more from a professional side, suriprofessional.com is the sort of location to go to, and that will provide you with more information. Or please email us with any questions, genuinely any questions. We aim to respond within a few hours. Yeah. And our email is dental@trysuri.com. So that's TRYSURI.com. And Dr. Munir Atassi will answer any dental related hard questions. If it's anything else, it will be Giva or I, or one of our team. And so, those are the three ways. Meet us live face-to-face in the Dentistry show. Go to suriprofessional.com or email us at dental@trysuri.com. And otherwise, please just visit our website, trysuri.com, or follow us on Instagram at discoversuri. And we'd love to. We genuinely just, we're an early stage company. We're not, we don't have the millions of pounds to put into big marketing budgets or 90% off promotions. But we do believe we have a product which, has an extended battery life, means that you don't have the gunk on the bottom, which is lighter and more convenient for people traveling, or for older patients who can't, maybe have the dexterity with a larger, heavier product. And we believe it's something that will make a difference in the world. So we'd love to.
A great experience and a great clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, thank you for speaking to me. I really appreciate you taking the time, and we're excited to see where this goes.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Likewise. Thank you very much.
Look forward to